Although it is a grand achievement to have added but one jot or title to the sum of human knowledge, it is grander still to have added a thought. What heaps of things to be done! How short the time to do them in! An appetite for knowledge is apt to rush one of one's feet, like any other appetite if not curbed. I often stand in the center of the library here, and think despairingly how impossible it is to become possessed of all the wealth of facts and ideas contained in the books surrounding me on every hand. I pull out one volume from its place, and feel as if I were no more than giving one dig with a pick in an enormous quarry. The porter spends his days in the library, keeping strict vigil over his catacomb of books, passing along between the shelves and yet never paying heed to the almost audible susurrus of desire. The desire every book has to be taken down and read, to live, to come into being in somebody's mind. He even hands the volumes over the counter, seeks them out in their proper places, or returns them there without once realizing that a book is a person and not a thing. If only I had more time in which to think, to love, to observe, to frame my disposition, to direct as far as in me lies the development and unfolding of my character. If only I could direct all my energies to the great and difficult profession of life, of being man instead of trifling with one profession that bores me and dabbling in another. How delicious all this seemed, to be alive, thinking, seeing, enjoying, walking, eating, all quite apart from the amount of money in your purse or the prospects of a career. I revelled in the sensuous enjoyment of my animal existence. I sometimes envy the zealot with a definite mission in life. Life without one seems void. The monotonous pursuit of our daily vacations, the soldier, sailor, candlestick maker. So they go on, never living but only working, never thinking but only hypnotizing themselves by the routine and punctuality of their lives into just so many mechanical toys warranted to go for so long and then stop when death takes them. It amazes me that men must spend their precious days of existence for the most part in slaving for food and clothing and the bare necessaries of existence. Sometimes I think I am going mad. I live for days in the mystery and tears of things, so that the commonest object, the most familiar face, even my own, become ghostly, unreal, enigmatic. I get into an attitude of almost total skepticism, nescience, solipsism even, in a world of dumb, sphinx-like things that cannot explain themselves. The discovery of how I am situated, a sentient being on a globe in space, overshadows me. I wish I were just nothing. I've been living out of doors a lot lately, and I'm getting sunburnt. It gives me infinite pleasure to be sunburnt, to appear the man of the open air, the open road, and the wildlife. The sun intoxicates me today. The sea is not big enough to hold me, nor the sky for me to breathe in. I feel I should like to be swaying with all the passions, throbbing with life and vast activity of heart and sinew, to live magnificently, with an unquenchable thirst to drink to the lees, to plumb the depth of every joy and every sorrow, to see my life flash in the heat. We are all such egotists that a sorrow or hardship, provided it is great enough, flatters our self-importance. We feel that the calamity, by overtaking us, has distinguished us above our fellows. A man likes not to be ignored, even by a railway accident. A man with a grievance is always happy. I feel content to live dangerously, indifferent to my fate. I have discovered I am a fly, that we are all flies, that nothing matters. It's a great load off my life, for I don't mind being such a microorganism. To me the honor is sufficient of belonging to the universe, such a great universe, so grand a scheme of things. Not even death can rob me of that honor, for nothing can alter the fact that I have lived, have been I, if for ever so short a time. And when I am dead, the matter which composes my body is indestructible and eternal, so that, come what may to my soul, my dust will always be going on, each separate atom of me playing its separate part. I shall still have some sort of a finger in the pie. When I am dead, you can boil me, burn me, drown me, scatter me, but you cannot destroy me. My little atoms would merely deride such heavy vengeance. Death can do no more than kill you. Having lived on this planet now for the space of 24 years, I can claim with some cogency that I am qualified to express some sort of opinion about it. I therefore hereby record that I find myself in an absorbingly interesting place where I live, move, and have my being, dominated by one monstrous feature above all others, the mystery of it all. Everything is so astonishing, my own existence so incredible. Nothing explains itself. Everyone is dumb. It is like walking about at a masked ball. Even I myself am a mystery to me. How wonderful and frightening that is, to feel yourself, your innermost and most substantial possession, to be a mystery, incomprehensible. I look at myself in the mirror and mock at myself. On some days I am to myself as strange and unfamiliar as a pterodactyl. There is a certain grim humor in finding myself here possessed of a perfectly arbitrary arrangement of lineaments, when I never asked to be here, and never selected my own attributes. To the dignity of a human being, it seems like a coarse practical joke. My own freakish physique is certainly a joke.